It's just going to be just like how you go buy a car or you buy a home, right? When you buy a car, you go into that dealership, you probably know more about that car than a lot of the salespeople. When you go buy a house, the realtor's value used to be, well, we know the school district and we know the neighborhood and this, like,
you can Google
so do I.
Yeah.
It's all in Zillow. Zillow literally has all of it right here in the homes that have sold, and thank you.
So car salespeople are probably automated.
You know, car sales, well, they already are. I mean, look at what Carvana,
Yeah.
look what Carvana's doing, right? Look at TrueCar, which is like, hey, this is what you should pay for this car. So yeah, I mean, yeah, same thing as buyer side agents. Like, look, if you're buying a $8 million home, again, it's like an enterprise sale. As the price goes up and the stakes are higher and the micro variables matter more, people are going to be less difficult to replace. If you have a proprietary network of people you can tap, I can't replace that. So even if I'm selling a $10,000 product, but I'm connected to 10,000 buyers that I can activate at any given time, I'm not going to be able to replace that. So I think AI will not be able to replace the network of people you have, or machine learning or whatever. But I think it will be able to replace a lot of basic human interaction, 100%. The roles that are going to be automated in sales are going to be manual, repetitive tasks. So those things are going to be lead sourcing, and how you kind of identify contact information. We'll just continue to suck those in. And there's a lot of databases that are doing this. I think the thing that is the most scary for salespeople is, look at how good Gmail is right now at completing your email. Look how good your text messages are at telling you what you're going to text next. Once Gmail reads enough of your messages, it can start to understand what you're going to say. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to take out a lot of those manual back and forth. If I send you an email, I'm in sales, hey, I'm Johnny Smith, we do this, this, and this, great. And you send her back a response that says like, yeah, this is interesting, Johnny, connect with Connie, CC'd here. I think a machine could take it from there. Hey, Connie, say the below. So the other thing is like, then over time, I know that you're sending an email to John Smith. I've seen 10,000 other people send emails to John Smith. I can probably tell you what he's going to respond to. So I just think over the next 5 years, a lot of email correspondence, or maybe there'll be a new method, right? Like we're kind of due, right? Yeah. Slack, I think, has started to do some, people have moved to Slack and private Slack groups. I don't know if that's it, if it's more channels. But I feel like it's going to be a lot of those tasks. And then the other side is, I think, I don't know if it's replacing jobs, but it's replacing the types of people we have now. Buyers are going to want to be more self-guided. So how do you have the right type of people who know how to guide people versus sell people? Like, hey, here's your options. Here's what it is. When you asked me before about like what I think makes me good at sales, I know what the options are. I know what the competitive landscapes looks like. I think sellers in the future are going to have that. Because if you just only know about your own product and I'm guiding you, there's enough tools that can kind of do that. What do you want to? Do you want to learn more about this? Yes, I'd like to learn more about that. Great, I'll just do it myself. So I think sales under $20,000 a year in the next 2 to 3 years are in a lot of trouble. If that's what your product you're selling, I think you're going to see more and more. And you're not selling like local restaurants or something like that. I think that those are going to be the jobs that go first.
Which ones are safe? Like what are?
I mean, I think for the time being, enterprise sales is fine for the next 10 years maybe. I think because there are so many complexities and different groups that are involved in a big deal. But I think the conversations are going to change.